In many cultures, marriage is an important rite of passage that is held in high regard, and as such, once one has committed to take the step towards tying the knot, it is considered to be a step that shall not be reversed. Therefore, when most people are planning their wedding, the last thing on their mind is the possibility of being abandoned at the altar. Some brides and grooms find themselves dealing with a case of cold feet, weeks and even months in advance. While some call off the wedding early enough, others leave it up to the last day and just don't show up. Last weekend, social media was awash with stories of another groom identified as Patrick Kabagambe, who was meant to wed his fiancée at All Saints Cathedral in Nakasero but never showed up. The groom was reported missing and many thought he had been kidnapped, but he later resurfaced. After being interrogated by police, Kabagambe revealed that he had been resting at a friend's place and was not ready for the wedding. Such cases are on the rise in the society, hence the question, why do some people, mostly men, develop cold feet ahead of the wedding day?
Some of them are not actually come without understanding what really marriage is all about. And the moment you begin interacting with them, some of them begin getting shocked that I'm getting myself into a very serious relationship, because marriage is a covenant.
We are comfortable in our comfort zone. I mean, I'm a guy who has been single for a long time. I've been playing around with boys. I've been playing around with girls. And I wake up in the morning to say, she is the one. From now on, I'm no longer playing around. I'm with one person. That is one discomfort to a man. Then for a lady, nobody is going to see me again. I won't date other men for only this one. That is another discomfort. So change brings about discomfort, and when change comes into life, it brings us out of that comfort zone to the unknown. So that unknown is what we don't want as humans. So we fall back to the original.
Reverend Canon Dr. Rebecca Margaret Nyegenye, a provost at All Saints Cathedral, says the decision to marry should only be reserved for the parties involved, and people should not succumb to cultural and societal pressures.
Yes, there are people that we tell them the reality, they get there, they bounce back. Yeah, they bounce back and tell you, know what, this is not possible. But what they are telling you is exactly what you told them. At the end of the day, you know, you can have pressure from your father, your mother, your sisters, your friends. But at the end of the day, marriage takes two people, the husband and the wife. There are times when these people will push you. It's just like when someone pushes you to the fire. You burn alone.
Both Mariam Naguja, a psychologist, and Dr. Margaret Nyegenye agree that there are many red flags for potential disappointment that are evident during courtship, but people tend to ignore them.
It's ignoring the reality. Some of these people, we remind them that if you are fighting during the relationship, then for sure you are going to have more wars when you begin staying together.
A man and a woman get into sexual relations, it builds that oxytocin, the hormone, which lies a woman, that this is my husband. So that mental mindset gives a woman the possibility of building what is not even existing. Which means, even when you see the red flags, you ignore them. You think perhaps he will change. Perhaps he was drunk. Perhaps he's shy. We give excuses to protect the victim. And then the signs are showing, and then you're protecting.
The humiliation and shame associated with the news that one's groom or bride has backed out of the wedding is not easy to get over. Mariam Naguja says counselors help such people come to grips with the situation and how to deal with it.
Embrace the fact and accept the fact that they are normal. It takes you may cry, you may hurt, but it is not existence anymore. So crying is okay, feeling that kind of rejection is okay, but not for so long. And then the therapies should get on. Make yourself, surround yourself with people you love, mostly family, friends, the people you can open up with.
If someone really drops you there at the altar and leaves you there, he has left you in the presence of the Lord, and the Lord will take care of you. It's no reason to fight for them, because you know what? They would have married you and left you probably in the honeymoon and run away from you. but they have left you in the presence of the Lord. It just takes a bit of time for you to catch up with the reality, to catch up with the shame.
In 2012, Catherine Kalembe, a resident of Iganga, dragged her fiancé to court for refusing to wed her. Alex Matove explains what the law has to say about a breach of promise of marriage.
It should, first of all, there should be a contract. That's very necessary. But also that contract need not be written. That contract is a question of a promise having been made, but it should be mutual. Mutual in the sense that if I promised, you also accepted or gave your hand in marriage. Normally that, claims that we've spent money on preparations and everything. So the law will award the aggrieved party, if you're successful, damages. Damages is really money, compensation in monetary terms.
Overcoming such humiliation of being abandoned has been described by many psychologists as a tough hill to climb. People who have gone through this are advised to take time from relationships as they recover emotionally and mentally. Olivia Komugisha, NTV Weekend Edition.